Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Cooley from the Redbeard Podcast, and I'm hanging out with Graham Nolan, the co-creator of Bane. If you don't know who Bane is...
Shame. Shame.
How you doing, man?
I'm good.
All right. So, you worked with Chuck Dixon.
Mm-hmm.
Big name in comics. You worked for a long time on Batman.
Right.
And the Nightfall series is one of the most iconic things that, came out of that team up. Bane. How did you guys come up with Bane?
Bane's a story-driven character. I mean, they decided they were going to do the Nightfall backbreaking and all that, but there was nobody in the Rogues Gallery that met the criteria needed to do that. They needed a guy that was really strong and a guy that was really smart. So they had to create somebody. And I think Bane's the first villain to ever be introduced in his own book with nobody knowing who he is,
Mm-hmm.
So the idea, Chuck came up with the idea of like the Count of Monte Cristo, a little bit of Man in the Iron Mask, and a little Doc Savage thrown in. And then when they came to me, they told me that he was going to be raised in this prison in Central America somewhere, or South America. So those are the influences that I drew upon when creating the visual image of Bane. I figured, well, here's this kid that doesn't know anything in the outside world except maybe what's going on south of the border there. So, I figured he might be influenced by the Mexican luchador look.
Right.
So that's why I came up with the wrestling singlet, the mask. In fact, the original mask was a true luchador mask. Everything was the same, the shapes, but the nose was out, the mouth was out, and the eyes were invisible. And we decided to close it up and make it more mysterious. So we got a wrestling singlet, the luchador mask, military-style pants and boots, which I figure would come from like Cuban revolutionary look. And then he needed a delivery device for the venom to go up. So I came up with this idea where he'd have this unit here, and on his belt, and this I don't think has been in any of the comics, that those are packets on his belt, kind of like Spider-Man keeps his web fluid on his belt.
Yeah, that's not in the comics at all that I've seen.
Yeah, but that's how I designed it. So you can see his belt here, and then you see the rectangle here. The idea was he'd press one of these buttons, it would eject it out, he'd grab a packet, slap it in, press the button, and up the arm it would go. So one of these days we'll have to show it.
Nice. So what did you think of the Dark Knight Rises version of the character?
Let's go back to the drawing board. I don't think they got it,
I'm with you 100%. It was I think it was, in my opinion, one of the biggest fails when it comes to bringing a villain to the screen. Actually, no, I'm sorry, that might have been Dr. Doom.
Oh, no.
In both movies. Yes, thank you.
The cloud that is Galactus.
But the Bane in the movie was a very close second or third in that lineup, just because he's one of my favorite characters, and both times that they had him on film, I wasn't even going to mention the Batman Forever version.
Yeah.
Or was it Batman and Robin?
Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
But he looked better in that one. At
he
least
did.
He looked more like, he looked scarier.
Yeah.
He was a bigger guy.
But he was mindless.
Yeah, but he was a big dummy.
So it's like you either get the character right in the look and have his personality and the whole reason for him being around wrong, or you have all that other stuff right and his look is just completely off.
Well, I thought they had the character right until the end of the movie comes about, and I don't think there's any spoiler at this point, but all of a sudden we find out that it isn't Bane who's this great, kind of chess player, manipulator and all that kind of stuff. It's actually Talia at the end of that movie. So, okay, so he isn't the badass we thought he was at all. He's just this lovesick puppy following along with her, and she's the real mastermind. It's just totally un-Bane-like.
Right. Right. The cartoon gets him right, though.
Oh, the cartoon's the best.
Yeah. I see you're working on some stuff here for, I guess, some people that asked for some commissions, or...
Yep. This is a full-figure Batman. I'll show you that I'm working on. And then there's a Joker sketch cover that I'm waiting for them to pick up. And then I got a list of a couple more after that for today.
Nice, man. This stuff is awesome.
Thank you.
I love your work, and I hope to, see more of it in the future.
Well, Chuck and I are working on something for DC that'll be out next year, so.
That's fantastic. Is it Batman related, or can you not say?
I really can't say yet.
All right, cool. I won't push any further. All right, Graham.
All right, man. Thank you very much.
It was nice to meet you. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys.